Welcome to r/leopardsatemyface, where stupid actions get stupid consequences. I genuinely do not understand how people can look at gas prices, grocery prices, rent prices, mortgage prices, energy prices, crime stats, illegal immigration, and think, yeah, I'm gonna vote for more years of this. If you're voting for Kamala, you're literally R-worded. Well, I don't know about you, but if you wanted low prices, I think you should have voted for the candidate that, didn't want to tariff everything. But hey, we left basic economics back before the election, didn't we? But hey, how's this new MAGA economics, that definitely works by the way, going? How would you rate his second term so far? D+ if I'm honest. Tariffs have absolutely destroyed my family's business. Grocery prices are still insane, and the Epstein cover-up is unforgivable. Whoa, who would have expected Epstein's best buddy to cover up Epstein's actions, and his own? Gas just went up to $3.69 today. Let's be honest for 5 seconds, it isn't as great as we were hoping. Yeah, propaganda really gets your hopes up, doesn't it? But, you know, when you're actually living in reality, it's a bit different. The willful ignorance. Why aren't the prices of good going down? Good singular? Yeah, I mean, they're not wrong. According to MAGA, it's really pricey to be a good person. How are they still rising? Yeah, it's a real head scratcher why good is rising. Being a political analyst and thinking that Trump is in any way positive for the country is crazy work. Just because he can get votes from some cultists doesn't actually make him a good leader. Because last time I checked, cults aren't really notorious for their longevity. Matt got fucked by JD Vance. He gets analysed at his grinder dates at conventions. Misspelled political anal cyst. Who would have guessed this would happen? Well, besides everyone on the left, apparently no one. The leopards really did bite my face off. I won't be this dumb ever again. Yeah, you will. Voted for that thing that is taking up space in the White House and I'm paying for it. I was a union worker and the work slowed down so much due to tariffs that they had to close down. The faces on my family when I told them was horrifying. I will never vote red again, dude. Call me an idiot because I truly fucking deserve it. Well, yeah, you do. But even still, there are people that didn't ask for this that are in much worse positions because of your stupidity. The only reason you're feeling bad is because it affected you. And I don't know about you, but that tells me everything I need to know about you. I will never vote red again is very different from I will vote blue. Well, at least he's out of the equation if he votes for third party or stays home. Yeah, true, but it isn't really contrition unless they help undo the damage they helped to create. I voted for someone who was going to impose tariffs, but now help save me from those tariffs. We're all in this together, and there's no one that's going to save you if you don't help save everyone else. It's really not surprising that the people that think everything should be served to them on a platter, the right, not the left, are always the ones to bitch the most about the fact that they're personally affected by their own stupidity. Ooh, $16 jugs of coffee. I really wonder why they're that expensive. I voted for Trump, but if this is a sign of things to come, someone please take him out. Oh my god, there's a lot of strong words and opinions that you could have of Trump. I really didn't think these people were so self-entitled that they think coffee is one of them. You know, you've got people getting deported illegally, held illegally, arrested at airports for having memes, and a military takeover of significant cities. But no, coffee. That's the straw that broke the camel's back right there, guys. It says here Trump hurts your feelings. I'm writing you a prescription for 2 testicles. I think this guy needs more than 2 testicles. I think he needs a brain as well. A lot of things are going on, and the pure fixation on coffee is certainly something. It's not too expensive. Mark should grow 2 testicles and work harder for my tax cuts. Mark also needs a brain too. I mean, hey, at least someone agrees with me. No, of course not. He might be voting the correct option next time, and we can't be having that. See, coffee prices may be going up, but my real concern is actually the shareholders and keeping the worst option in power so the shareholders can get their money. I know it's gonna have such painful consequences, like Mark having to pay some extra for coffee, but think of the shareholders, they need their tax cuts. Motherfuckers like this, fixating on coffee of all things, is literally one of the reasons they've been able to get away with so much worse. And guarantee you, give it a week or two and he'll be back to licking the boot. Man angry after allegedly sending T.Rump money. Person angry after allegedly sending President Donald Trump money. Maryland State Police were dispatched to a business park to meet with an individual who stated he was contacted yesterday by President Donald Trump on WhatsApp. Yeah. Anyone saying Trump supporters aren't gullible should just have a look at this. The individual stated he sent the president $1,100 and Mr. Trump was supposed to meet him today at the business park and give it back. What was going through this guy's head, thinking, yes, the multi-billionaire really needs $1,100 from me, of all people, to meet him at a business park personally and give the money back. Yeah, it's really not surprising that he got in. I really don't think it's a surprise anymore. He is slightly agitated and wants to speak with an MSP trooper. The man is on foot and will make himself known to the trooper once he arrives. Note, before anyone asks me, yes, this is a legit call. I think I would have rather preferred it to just be some bait, but Idiocracy was a documentary, wasn't it? Trump supporters are the most easily conned people on the planet. I sometimes wish I had no moral compass because I know I could absolutely scam the shit out of these people. Well yeah, Trump does it himself with fucking $50 MAGA hats. Hey chat, if you guys are enjoying the Schadenfreude, you should totally like, subscribe and share, cause it helps this gay guy reading stuff a lot. Anyways, thanks for watching and back to the video. Trump voter struggles to afford medication because of Biden. Sorry, I misread that. Because of Trump. Wow, I voted for Trump and my medicine from Canada just doubled. Starting to see a mistake was done. So not there, but almost. What a fucking dumbass. These people will never learn. Enjoy paying double for your medication, jackass. See, this is cool and all, but it was only a mistake, and it was certainly not dear leader's fault, so third term, Trump 2028, of course. A mistake was done. Those words actually mean the guy beside him, because of course he couldn't have made a mistake. No way. What, you didn't know? No Trump voter, no right-winger, and no member of Trump's government has ever made a mistake ever. Because at the end of the day, it's always Biden's fault. Mistakes were made. The old GOP chestnut. It basically just means it's Biden's fault because it is Biden's fault. Everything that's happened here is definitely Biden's fault. I only want you to take other people's rights away, but please let me keep mine. What do you guys think of me doing my impressions to make them just sound like whiny bitches? Is it accurate, or do I need it to be more whiny and more bitchy? I have vocally supported nearly everything that this administration has done. Oh, so you were absolutely fine with the ongoing persecution of trans people, immigrants, and a military takeover of your cities. But, I got affected slightly. Not because I support Trump, but because I supported the things that were being done. Oh, so you were literally just fine with all of it. I find it so funny that these so-called patriots are the ones that are basically just cheering on the US turning into the next North Korea. What I do not support is being told as an American that I cannot burn my flag. I've spent a lifetime rubbing it in the face of foreigners that I have a true freedom because I can burn my flag. Well, you seem like a bundle of joy, don't you? I've spent my entire life making fun of foreigners. Yeah, you're really fun at parties, I bet. That's a fundamental fact, and it will not change under Trump. I have only burned one American flag in my lifetime, and it was not out of anger, it was a celebration of being free. I will again be burning an American flag safely on my own private property for the very same reason. Wow, your hate of foreigners, quote unquote, for not being free has made you not free. Wow, it's almost as if hate doesn't just corrupt you as a person, but corrupts people and things around you, and makes basically everything around you a lot worse. But hey, I bet this bundle of joy won't be changing his opinions, even if, or when, the US becomes basically North Korea 2.0. I have vocally supported nearly everything this administration has done. And that's the problem. You're perfectly fine with everything until it affects you. Not because I support Trump. Well, that's just a straight up lie, Mr. Bum Bum. Let's be honest here, which I know is damn near impossible for you MAGA morons. You and the MAGA cult love Trump. They really put that all into electing a Nazi into power. That takes a whole other level of incompetence and woeful disregard of all logic for short-term gains. I don't even think the gains are in the room with us. There has literally been no positive gain from Trump. All malicious intent while understanding the history they're repeating. In this case, it was both. They both love Trump because of what he says and does, and because of the fact that the things that are being done only seem to be hurting the others. These people seem to have some sort of philosophy that in order to make people's lives better, they have to ruin other people's lives. Well, if it is, it's a fucking good manipulation tactic that politicians are using. You know, just because you deport and detain a bunch of migrants illegally, suddenly that must mean our lives are going to get so much better. And just have a disregard for all of the consequences until it bites them in the arse. They're willing to bomb their foreign neighbour's house, and as soon as a pebble from that rubble hits their house, they'll demand a ceasefire. That's the Republican Party in a nutshell. Oh, and they call us snowflakes? Yeah, fuck off. Low-income disabled Trump voter wants to write to Trump and tell him about her Medicaid cards. Yeah, who's gonna tell her that he can't read? He can't even not soil his underwear. I think reading's a couple of steps down the line from that. I'm an American citizen, and yes, I voted for Donald Trump, but I'm looking at the reality today. My medical is being messed with one medication I need, being a diabetic that's been cut. I feel that sense that I'm on a limited income with the cuts being made. I cannot afford a home of my own or adequate housing. We as American singular, need to focus on how income medical changes and so forth are affecting us. Ah yes, because the only problem in the country is your problem. The Republican mindset, everyone. We need to write to Trump and tell him. Yeah, he ain't gonna pick up, little bro. Don't be blind to what's happening because you voted for someone. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, you're blind to everything else he's done, except the thing that affects you. You're literally telling everyone to not be what you're being right now. But hey, pay attention. Pay attention, says the genius who failed to pay attention. You know, could have chosen to pay attention, like, before they voted. Instead, only chose to pay attention after they voted for the orange pedophile. how was I supposed to know? It's not like literally anyone who isn't a piece of shit is saying that he'll do all these awful things that he's doing. I'm too busy sucking down propaganda, so I'm completely absolved of all of my personal responsibility. We fucking told you. I voted for Trump originally, and now have buyer's remorse. Yeah, back of the line, pal. Prices have gone insane. The signs, the signs, guys, oh my gosh, they said Trump low prices. The sign, like, that's true. I put my sign on my lawn, and it said Trump low prices. I voted for him, so the prices should have been lowered. Oh my gosh, guys, I got lied to. That's so crazy. Layoffs are everywhere, and nobody's hiring. White-collar jobs. That's a bit of a fraudulent slope right there. Are still being exported to India. The wars in Ukraine is still going on, and gas prices haven't come down. Whoa, but last time I checked, they were down. And Ukraine's been in peace for the last 7 months because you voted for Trump, and he said on the first day that he would solve everything. But I mean, like, you know, he didn't, but we're just gonna ignore that. Everything that was promised hasn't been delivered. You're delivering wealth for you and your family through the backs of American taxpayers. There's a reason you want real estate and crypto in people's 401ks. You're heavily invested, and then you even have your own crypto. The federal government is taking over cities. Some of the stuff is good, but about 85% is bad. The middle class is shrinking faster and will be shrinking at a much higher rate. I've got a simple solution. Tax the rich. Oh my god, white collar jobs? I thought that was just regular Trump supporter stuff, and then I got really confused for a moment seeing his profile pic and name. Then I remembered the term white collar. Yeah, same, but the typo and misspell was just too good not to comment on. A fraudulent slip, as it were. Candace Owens learns that Trump doesn't care for spent tokens. He doesn't even care for people that actively help for him. Because, I mean, he's too demented to keep track, so he just fucks everyone over. Candace Owens just claimed on her podcast that the US military pressured Trump to make her drop the Macron story. Yeah, you heard that right. Most sane right-wing political commentator, everyone. She's now accusing Trump of being a puppet for the Pentagon. A military junta over Macron. This circus can't even afford a 10. A military junta? Jesus Christ, it's Pete Hegseth running things, not fucking Pinochet. I have genuine morbid curiosity on how he's gonna handle Venezuela if it turns hot. Oh no, a country might not like the fact that you're trying to basically do a naval blockade on them. Oh no. Because we know from the leaks that he already wants to quit being SecDef and is incredibly stressed and paranoid. Well yeah, because he's not allowed to slam whiskey shots in a top secret meeting. So of course he's going to be a bit stressed. I'm expecting just launch a tomahawk into the Capitol and blame Biden while I go chug this scotch. But first, let me add this dude from the Atlantic to the group chat. Never forget Signalgate, guys. Just remember, like, these guys dish out, like, career-ending controversies every 2 weeks. There's just so many, you kinda forget them. But holy shit, this term's already been a shit show. Shitty diaper. Windmills, we're not gonna allow them. They're ruining our country. I really don't know how this guy is president of the United States and still calls wind turbines windmills. This entire time, him talking about wind turbines, he keeps saying windmills. For someone who's got such an obsession over them, I'd really think he'd be able to get the name right. But hey, all the shit that he spews about them's a lie, so why would he even get the name right? Lot of red states strongly disagree with Trump about wind power. Why? Why do Republicans insist on setting the country backwards? Because they're not conservative, they're regressive. Because the Dems want to bring it forward, duh. Exactly. The whole of the Republican platform is own the libs, which consists of reflexively opposing anything Dems want, aka cliques law. Because everything is a communist plot to take away guns, golf, and hamburgers. This is why Dems need to become pro-gun. Just to watch the Republicans suddenly be in favour of national background checks and closing the gun show loophole. See, what we need to do is we need to just start mimicking what they're doing, and then they'll just realise how stupid they are. Oh, Gavin Newsom. Yeah, makes sense.